Hey, it's Josephine from ThePointeShop. Today I'm in San Francisco and I am fitting an ODC. We got to hang out with Ilaria, who is a beautiful dancer from Lines. Ilaria is 6 feet tall. You're not going to find a lot of ballerinas that tall. And when she puts pointe shoes on, she's even taller. So finding a partner that can partner you, finding a company that you won't stick out of. Because she's in a contemporary ballet company, she tends to wear her shoes a lot longer than classical dancers. A lot of classical pieces require you to have a very sturdy shoe that brings you up, feel a little bit more stable in. But Ilaria, because she's in a contemporary ballet company, she doesn't mind her shoes being a little dead. But that's also her preference as well. So she likes to wear her pointe shoes for quite some time. She said she wears her pointe shoes for about a month or so, which is considered forever in the ballet world. For contemporary dances, you want your shoes to really articulate through your feet and you want it to feel like socks. So a lot of times you don't really need it to be new, but Ilaria also likes to have shoes that are pretty soft as well, so she wears her shoes for a really long time. She has limbs for days. She's beautiful for a ballerina. That's very, very unusual. So she doesn't have a whole lot of options, and when she was growing up, a lot of people told her that maybe this isn't the route for you. Maybe you shouldn't be a dancer because there's not going to be a lot of places where you can get a job. But she was really determined to find somewhere that she will fit in. She also told me that when she was growing up, when you are very tall, just so that you're not overshadowing anyone, you're typically put in the back row. And that's something that is very difficult for a dancer to go through because it automatically gives you less opportunities. It doesn't allow you to have the same partnering experience as everyone else. And I asked her, when you were growing up, what are the companies that you felt you would fit in? The only company that she could name was Lines, which is exactly where she ended up. Lines dancers are very tall, very beautiful, and her partner is 6'7". They are probably the tallest ballet couple in the whole dance community, and they're so beautiful on stage. I remember watching them years ago in Orange County, and I thought, wow, they're so beautiful, but they look totally normal on stage. And then afterwards, when I saw them at the after party, they were so tall, I couldn't believe it. I think they said that the shortest dancer in their company was 5'9". And a lot of dancers, when you are in training and you go past that 5'7", 5'8" mark, a lot of dancers start to give up because they feel like they're too tall to be in ballet. But Ilaria, as a 6 foot tall dancer, was able to find her place in Lines. You know, it was really funny when she was telling me about how she partners. I say, how difficult is it to do like the finger turns? And she said, I've never done a finger turn in my life because whenever she does pas de deux, guys either don't know what to do with you or they can't reach you. But the most wonderful thing that she said, and this is something that changed my perspective too, is when you're a dancer that's really tall, in my head I think, wow, it must be so difficult for you to dance. There's just less center of gravity, there's just too many limbs, and it's just so hard for you to control anything. But she said, I think that it's not that it's too difficult, it's that people all believe that we can't do it and they don't know how to teach dancers that tall how to dance. So when she first went to the BFA program with Lines, that was the first time that they allowed her to use all of her movements, all of her limbs to be able to dance the way that you should dance. So it's not that they can't do it, it's the fact that there's just not a lot of opportunities because there are very few people who have that kind of height. There are a couple other companies now that are a little bit more inclusive when it comes to height or body types and things like that. We think it's a really great way to kind of open the door for a lot of different types of dancers because ballet shouldn't be one way. It shouldn't have one body type. It should be all inclusive. Just hearing her story about how she had to break away from the idea that you are too tall for dance, you are too tall for ballet, that was a very inspiring story for me. And if you're too tall, if you feel like you're too short, if you feel like your body type's not correct, your proportions are incorrect, I think there is going to be more places in the world for dance that's going to be more body inclusive, and I think that's something that we should definitely push for. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell because that all helps us out. If you'd like to get some merch, it's on our website, and if you are a dancer that would like to get a virtual fitting, that link is going to be on the description box along with everything else. And if you have any questions, leave that in the comments and I will answer that the best way I can, and I will see you guys later.